Nicole Haragutchi, and I will be talking about my call of action, which is the Rise Climate Solution Campaign, and putting my solution, which is the sustainable food production system, into that campaign as a solution for climate change. So, what is the sustainable food production? Well, it's a modern food production with green technology integrated. And so, as you can see here are the different types of modern food production systems. And the next slide is showing my prototypes of these productions, modern food productions with green technology integrated in them. So as you can see here on the left side is, well, with the tank is the aquaponics, which is the relationship of fish and plants. And so whenever the fish makes feces, it will go through a tube all the way to the plants, and which is nutrients for the plants to help it grow, and the plants will filter the water and bring clean water back into the tank. So this has the green technology integrated with them with the solar generator and the solar panel. Right below it is the water collector, which I created myself. Since it's called it uses a filter device which brings cold air going up and hot air going out. And so this using condensation, and so whenever it's like a humid night, I'll be able to take it out and it will use condensation going on the aluminum foil and going back down into the pan, which I will use to collect this water to put it into any different type of prototype that I need for water, like refilling the tank, or for the microgreens, which is the next one in the middle. And so I actually have it right here. As you can see, I use the radish, and so this does not need any soil. I use a substrate. You can use any like coffee grounds, which I used was crushed up coconut shells, which is cocoa coir. All you need is just water and that substrate. And so I also, on the right side is the hydroponics. And so it uses water and fertilizer mixed together, but I want to avoid chemical runoffs. So it goes in a cycle. It uses also the solar energy as well, using from a solar panel. And so this is mostly for bigger plants, like as you can see here, broccoli and tomatoes. I also have these prototypes replicated in the US, Brazil, Ghana, and in the Philippines. And I also presented in conferences such as this one, online classes, and in-person classes. So I won 12 competitions last year and 7 competitions this year for this project. So how can this help with climate change? Well, it helps lower the emissions, and so this helps reduces the strength of the different types of natural disasters caused by climate change. It also eliminates waterways because it does not use as much water as regular agriculture today. It also eliminates chemical runoffs, as I showed you on the other slide on the hydroponics, and so it helps with the biodiversity on the oceans and rivers. It also increases food security and reduces the population migration. My call of action is to ask for your help on like any classes that I can give this class to any location around the world. I already have classes from Ghana, Brazil, and in the Philippines. I'm also doing classes here at GIFT and in the US. So if you want more information, you can go to this link below, which is innovationinternational.org. So as you can see here is the different types of locations and the tax I did. It goes all the way from there to gift, which is today, and so the rest of them are in the future. So as again, if you want to request a session of one of my classes in your community or school, just send a request to my Gmail, which is haragutchi@gmail.com. So some additional developments, I'm testing to bring my solution into space. So I'm testing seeds to go into space and to research the effects of radiation and on the germination and growth rates. And so they did a NASA flight putting these seeds into into space using a space balloon, and it just came back. So I'm gonna continue the experiment once it comes back to my house. So the experiment is the seeds that went into space with no protection and seeds that went to space with protection, and there's a group of seeds that stay here on Earth. And so, as I said, I'm going to be testing the growth rate and the germination rate. More additional developments is that I'm not only gonna make with like vegetables, but also making meat production, egg, and animal-free milk with no animals using the precision fermentation technology. And I actually have a video showing that I used the milk made by precision fermentation. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to the, sorry, to the video. Can you see the video? Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm going to show you how to make ice cream. The first thing is to have 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of cream, and a half a cup of sugar. What I'm going to do is put it into this container right here, mix it all up, and put it into this bag. As you can see here is the mixture with all the ingredients mixed together. And so I'm going to simulate an ice cream maker using this ice and putting it into this big bag right here, and then putting this mixture in the bag and then shake it all up. So I left the ice in the freezer overnight, and so I'm going to put it into the bowl and try it. So I'm going to open this. So it's not a vegetable based dough, it is a real dough produced by precision fermentation. On precision fermentation, the final product is created by microbes, fungi, or yeast. These are genetically engineered to create a specific product out of sugar. All of this is done in a controlled environment called bioreactors. This is already well-known technology for pharmaceuticals, but they already have the potential of producing milk, egg, and meat. Precision fermentation uses water waste, reduces the layer of size required, reduces the greenhouse gas emissions, and eliminates animal cruelty. Thank you so much for listening. So that's showing how I use the milk, which was made by precision fermentation technology, and so this is has very positive things that for our environment because it lowers the carbon emissions, it reduces the water and land requirements, and it also eliminates animal cruelty. So thank you so much for listening. Again, if you have any requests on any of your school or like your community, I can share my classes too. You can send a request to my Gmail, which I can put in the chat, which is haragutchi@gmail.com. If you want more information on this, you can go to the link below. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please ask me.
Thank you, Nicole. That was a lovely presentation and amazing work that you're doing. One of the questions I had was, you talked about in your slide how you're sending some of, or you have already sent different seeds for experimentation into space. How did you decide what plants and what seeds to send? Was there any, factors about space radiation that, came into play here?
So it was just different types of plants that you can make, like that you can eat. So I used those plants that you can actually eat so I can test it that can be in space so people can use the sustainable food production like in spaceships and be able to plant farms there in space.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's just normal plants.
Great presentation again, Nicole. I'm always amazed at all the work that you do. And like, do you ever sleep? I mean, you seem like you're just always working and coming up with new ideas. I do have a question from our YouTube. that says, "What are the most important things that you have learned in this incredible journey that you have been doing with these projects?"
So a lot of what I've learned is most of like the precision fermentation technology that I learned. I was able to learn how you can actually make food not using like animals like the milk, eggs, and meat. It was really fun to learn about that. I also learned a lot like the different types of modern food production, different types of technologies that I can use, like the solar panels, solar generators, and also creating that water collector. I learned a lot and also learned how like there was multiple different types of problems around our world that I wanted to solve. Thank you.
Well, it's really a good presentation though, and I think that's really like a contribution that one of the innovations that you can contribute the world, like using your own thoughts.
Hmm. Thank you.
Thank you. So what are your next steps uh, in expanding this project? Or what other
So
directions are you thinking about?
So as I said, was my call of action, which is to do more like conferences,
Mm,
classes like this,
mm,
to spread the information around the world. I also want to expand my prototypes. I'm also thinking of like making them into the market as well, but
mhm.
I'm still working on that. And I'm also, as I said, like I'm also working on like the putting in the sustainable food production into space, and also making the fermentation fermentation technology, testing that, like, or researching more about that.
Very cool. That's a lot of stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. I just have a lot of plans in the future.
Wonderful. And good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. As always, I can't wait to see the next gift, what you have and what your steps are and where you've gone from here. I think it's wonderful that you have such a compassion, empathy for the world and taking care of it and always trying to improve everything that's around you. So keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today.
All right. We have 2 more minutes. Any other questions, Sam, or that you can think of? Another message, Nicole, from YouTube. It says, "Amazing, Nicole. Thanks for sharing."
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just impressed by how much you have accomplished in so many different aspects. So this is really fantastic work. So what was what was, I guess, the biggest challenge that you faced so far?
What most of the challenges were like maybe like small ones, maybe like create when I first started was the aquaponics, and
Mhm.
so I had trouble like taking care of the fish and trying to make help the fish be better and stuff. One time I accidentally they accidentally died. So
Oh,
that was really sad. So I just keep trying and trying not to give up every time I make a mistake. I also that was mostly the things like creating the different types of prototypes were mostly the hard ones. Uh, so yeah.
very cool. How much time do you spend outside of school in these projects?
Anytime like during the weekends or during like my free time.
Very nice. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.